Some nights, the house was quiet except for the soft glow of a lamp and a radio playing low in the background.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
A song would come on, and suddenly you were back there again, driving with the windows cracked, cleaning the kitchen, or sitting with someone you miss. That's the power of R&B.
There's no more rain in this life.
The music stays with us, even as time moves on. Tonight, we're taking a gentle moment to remember 10 familiar voices who are no longer here. Number 10, Quincy Jones. Quite recently, Quincy Jones died on November 3, 2024 at 91. If your music taste has ever touched Michael Jackson, you've already been living in Quincy's universe. He arranged, produced, and guided monster records, from Off the Wall to Thriller-era hits. And he also scored films, ran labels, and stacked Grammy wins like it was a hobby. He worked with everyone from Frank Sinatra to Ray Charles, and helped mainstream the idea that a producer can be a superstar. His name never left the credits. Every time Billie Jean plays, every time a documentary mentions Thriller, every time Rashida Jones pops up in culture, Quincy feels present, like a permanent soundtrack, not a person who can leave. He passed away peacefully after a private battle with pancreatic cancer, which was confirmed after his death. But his legacy is anything but quiet. Quincy didn't just make hits, he built the modern pop playbook, and the industry is still copying his blueprint today. At number 9, Roberta Flack.
Thought I was here. Thought I was on a love.
Roberta Flack passed away on February 24, 2025 at 88. She was the definition of quiet power, a classically trained pianist who turned softness into chart domination.
Like the trembling heart.
The first time ever I saw Your Face and Killing Me Softly with His Song weren't just hits. They were emotional blueprints. The kind of records people play when they want the room to feel something. She made tenderness feel like strength. People think she's still alive because her voice never left the world.
You leave me all alone.
Killing Me Softly keeps getting rediscovered through covers, playlists, and samples, and her duets with Donny Hathaway still circulate like new music.
I guess I couldn't see the signs.
If the song is alive, your brain assumes the singer must be too. But her health story was real and heavy. She revealed an ALS diagnosis in 2022, and she'd already faced serious setbacks after a stroke. She died at home surrounded by family.
A stranger to my eyes, strumming my bed with his fingers.
Her legacy is control, elegance, and proof that you don't have to shout to be unforgettable. Next up, number 8, D'Angelo. On October 14, 2025, D'Angelo died at 51. He didn't drop music often, but when he did, it rewired R&B.
Matter of fact, anything was brown sugar. See, we been making love constantly.
R&B. Brown Sugar introduced a whole new lane. Voodoo made Untitled, How Does It Feel, a cultural moment. And Black Messiah proved he could come back after years away and still sound ahead of everyone. Tracks like Lady and Really Love still feel modern, even now. He was a singer, producer, and multi-instrumentalist who treated albums like fine art, not content.
You're my little baby, you're my dollar baby.
That's exactly why so many people thought he was still alive. D'Angelo was famously private, disappearing for long stretches, so fans got used to the silence and assumed it was just another gap before the next surprise release. His songs kept trending, getting quoted, and inspiring new artists, so the myth stayed active. Similar to Quincy Jones, he passed away due to pancreatic cancer after a long private battle.
We be making love constantly. That's why my eyes are ashamed. Blood burn your beats.
His legacy is the neo-soul blueprint, tasteful, deep, and impossible to fake. And if you think those three were shocking, number 7 is the one that proves this list isn't just sad news. It's a reminder that even the most still everywhere voices can disappear overnight. Number 7, Angie Stone.
And I'm looking back, looking at all the time.
Angie Stone died on March 1st, 2025 at 6:03 after a vehicle crashed near Montgomery, Alabama following a performance.
There's no more rain in this life, my sunshine.
If you grew up on grown and sexy R&B, you know her instantly. Wish I Didn't Miss You. No More Rain in This Cloud. Plus the mahogany soul era where every chorus felt like a confession.
Same old story back again. She's not a lover, just a friend.
Before the solo hits, she was also a pioneer, part of The Sequence, one of the early all-female rap groups behind Funk You Up. She earned 3 Grammy nominations, and her songs never stopped circulating. They live on playlists, get sampled, pop up in throwback edits, and her voice has that she's probably on tour energy. But her passing was sudden.
So you say you're in your prime, baby, don't waste your time.
The van she was riding in overturned and was later hit by a truck, and she was the only fatality. But the legacy doesn't move on.
How you forgot when you were down that I was around.
Angie stitched hip-hop, soul, and neo-soul into one timeline. And at number 6, Tina Turner.
You must understand, though the touch of your hand makes my pulse react.
Tina Turner died on May 24th, 2023 at 83, passing away peacefully at her home in Kuznach, Switzerland, after years of illness. Her catalog is basically a world language.
Your mind on the money, keeping your eyes on the wall.
What's Love Got to Do with It? Private Dancer, The Best, and Proud Mary. She rose with Ike and Tina, then rebuilt her entire life into one of the biggest solo comebacks ever, selling out arenas when most careers are already winding down.
You're simply the best.
A lot of people still think she's alive because Tina never felt like current news. She felt eternal.
All the men come in these places, and the mirror all the same.
The songs stay in commercials, sports arenas, karaoke bars, and movie trailers, and the Tina musical kept her story visible even after she stepped away from the spotlight. Even people who never owned her albums know Simply the Best by heart. Her death was the quiet end of a long health journey. The legacy is loud. Tina set the standard for power, grit, and reinvention. Quick pause. If this is bringing back memories, subscribing helps keep these stories alive, and don't forget to hit like. Let's keep going, because the next names may bring back more memories than you expect. Number 5, Bobby Caldwell. He died on March 14, 2023 at 71 at home in New Jersey after years of serious health issues. Even if the name doesn't hit right away, the intro does. What You Won't Do for Love, That song is a cheat code, smooth, timeless, and endlessly sampled in hip-hop and R&B.
You wonder where I've been. I searched to find the love within.
Caldwell kept working for decades, touring, writing, and sliding into that rare lane where everyone from crate diggers to mainstream stars respects you.
They'll give you what I do now, baby.
He was often called Blue-Eyed Soul, and his groove got flipped by artists like the Notorious B.I.G., Common, and J Dilla too.
I searched to find the love within.
What You Won't Do for Love refused to age. It kept turning up in soundtracks, commercials, and radio like it was a brand new release.
Got a thing for you, and I can't let go.
His wife said his health declined after severe side effects linked to antibiotics. He's gone, but that velvet vocal and that horn line still float through the culture every week. And if those three felt heavy, coming in at number 4, Anita Pointer. She passed away on December 31st, 2022 at 74.
I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Oh yeah, I'm so excited.
She wasn't just in a group. She helped build one of the most replayed catalogs in pop R&B history as a founding member of the Pointer Sisters, the kind of songs that still jump out of speakers on sight.
I know we can. I know darn well we can work it out. Oh yes we can. I know we can.
Think, I'm So Excited, Jump for My Love, Automatic, and Neutron Dance.
In the time you kiss me, now you're asking me to dance.
Her hits never aged. The Pointer Sisters stay in movies, commercials, throwback playlists, and party sets, and it creates this illusion that the voices behind the sound are still right there. Also, her group's name is bigger than any one headline. She passed away peacefully, surrounded by family, after a battle with cancer. Her legacy is pure adrenaline, music that turns any room into a celebration in 5 seconds flat. Number 3, Henry Fambrough.
When I was 17, I ran away from home and from everything.
He passed away on February 7, 2024 at 85. If you've ever heard the Spinners, you've heard R&B craftsmanship at its smoothest. Fambrough was a founding pillar of the group, part of the harmonies that carried classics like I'll Be Around, Could It Be I'm Falling in Love, and The Rubber Band Man. And what makes his name even bigger, he was the last surviving original member. Many assume he's still alive because the Spinners feel permanent.
Maybe you'll be surprised after your search is through.
Their songs play at weddings, on oldies radio, in family living rooms, so your brain tags them as timeless, not mortal. Plus, the group's story stayed in the spotlight with major honors, which made them feel current again. The cause of death wasn't widely reported, but the legacy is clear.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around.
That signature Spinners blend helped define what classic R&B harmony is supposed to sound like. And before we get to the top 2, just know this. The next name isn't just a classic. Their songs simply never stopped. Number 2, Carlton.
Open up your eyes, then you'll realize here I am, my everlasting.
He passed away on December 14th, 2025 at 72 with the news confirmed by his son. Carl wasn't just a hit maker, he was a groove specialist. The moment that bass line hits on She's a Bad Mama Jamma, She's Built, She's Stacked, you already know what time it is. That song became shorthand for confidence, and it's stayed in rotation for decades because it's built like a perfect party engine. And then there's Everlasting Love, one of those timeless records that keeps getting replayed across generations like it never belonged to one era.
I went away just when you needed me so.
A specific cause of death wasn't publicly shared in major announcements, but reports said he dealt with serious health issues in recent years, including a stroke. Either way, the legacy is locked. Carlton left behind some of the most instantly recognizable grooves in R&B history. And finally, number 1, Frankie Beverly.
I had my way. I tell you what I do.
He passed away on September 10th, 2024 at 77. He was the heartbeat of Maze, warm, unhurried vocals, grooves that felt like family, and songs that basically became traditions. If you know Before I Let Go, Joy and Pain, We Are One, or Back in Stride, you already know how deep his catalog runs. These aren't just throwbacks, they're life soundtracks.
I didn't last forever, Lord. So you thought it would.
HS music never stops showing up. Before I Let Go gets played like it's mandatory, and Beyoncé's cover pulled a whole new generation into the Maze universe. So many assume the man behind it is still around. Just weeks before his death, he'd wrapped a farewell run and was still being celebrated in festival moments, which made the loss feel unreal. His family shared the news and asked for privacy. A public cause wasn't widely detailed, but his legacy is crystal clear. Frankie made R&B that turns a room into a reunion. If one of these names brought back a memory, you're not alone. Thank you for taking a moment to remember them with us. If you'd like to share, leave a comment with the one voice you'll always carry with you.
I guess you wonder where I've been.
And if you want more stories like this, you can subscribe. There's another video waiting for you now. Some overlooked 1960s R&B and soul groups whose songs you'll recognize the moment they start.
See, we been making love constantly, while my eyes always shake, blood burning.
See you there.